There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
Then mended, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Then mended, dear Henry, dear Henry, mended.
With what shall I mend it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I mend it, dear Liza? With what?
With a straw then, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. With a straw then, dear Henry, dear Henry, a straw.
If the straw be too long, then dear Liza, dear Liza. If the straw be too long, then dear Liza, too long.
Cut the straw then, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Cut the straw then, dear Henry, dear Henry, the straw.
With what shall I cut it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I cut it, dear Liza? With what?
With a knife then, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. With a knife then, dear Henry, dear Henry, a knife.
If the knife be too dull, then dear Liza, dear Liza. If the knife be too dull, then dear Liza, too dull.
With the knife then, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. With the knife then, dear Henry, dear Henry, the knife.
With what shall I wed it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I wed it, dear Liza? With what?
With a stone then, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. With a stone then, dear Henry, dear Henry, a stone.
If the stone be too rough, then dear Liza, dear Liza. If the stone be too rough, then dear Liza, too rough.
Then smooth it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Then smooth it, dear Henry, dear Henry, the stone.
With what shall I smooth it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I smooth it, dear Liza? With what?
With water, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. With water, dear Henry, dear Henry, water.
In what shall I fetch it, dear Liza, dear Liza? In what shall I fetch it, dear Liza? In what?
In the bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. In the bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry, the bucket.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole. There's a hole in the bucket.